Number 6, we have negative 7 all over x squared minus 8x minus 6 all over x cubed minus x squared, 8x squared. All right, so we want to find the LCD, but before we do that, for the denominators, before we do that, let's factor the denominators. So for our first fraction, the denominator, we can factor out an x, and we have x minus 8. And then for our second fraction, we can factor out an x squared, and we have x minus 8. And that x squared, you're saying x times x. So let's rewrite our question with the factored denominators and leave some space between each fraction. All right, so let's find the LCD. What's the same? X minus 8. What's different for the first fraction is denominator. We have an x. And then what's different for the second fraction, we have an additional x. So our LCD is x squared times x minus 8. So now let's convert. Look at your denominator. X times x minus 8. What must we multiply this first fraction by so we can convert that to our new LCD? So I'm going to cover up the x and the x minus 8, and you notice that we have an additional x that's remaining. So we're going to multiply that first equation by x, and then our first fraction, we have here bringing together the numerator, we have negative 7x all over our LCD. And then let's look at the second fraction, your denominator. Well, x squared times x minus 8. Do we need to convert that? No, we do not, because it's already our denominator. Excuse me, the denominator is already the LCD. So let me just rewrite. What we have. And then now bring together your numerators. We have negative 7x minus 6 all over the LCD. And look at your numerator. Is there anything that we can do there? Because the first term is negative, we're going to factor out a negative GCF, and that will be a negative 1. What's left over will be a positive 7x and a positive 6. And let's bring back the LCD, and that's x squared times x minus 8. And that is our solution. But just remember, in our math program, we don't want to write negative 1, so we would say negative times 7x plus 6 all over x squared times x minus 8. There we go.